Mr. Prime Minister, Mr. Premier, distinguished guests.
Out our watchman about to leave the mounting yard on his way. There's Bullion in the foreground, and there goes Go Pack in the same colours as Nairizzi as we check the totes in Victoria for 50 cents on the Dalgety. Kosh King $4.90, Sea Legend $2.90, $5.65 for 4 Power of Destiny, $8.70 for 7 Hour Watchman, number 8 Bullion at $7.15, 9 Go Pack at $3.50, over the page, Stirring $7.20, Impresetto at $14.60, Non-Aligned $3.85, Rising Fear $7.60 and Pabulum at $4.40. So Non-Aligned shortening up a bit there. Tommy Smith, one of the greatest trainers ever, along with Bart Cummings and Colin Hayes. He's won 33 derbies.
Who's been betting strongly all day here at Flemington. Rick, I noticed there was a late move from Non-Aligned. Bruce just asked me about Go Pack.
Go Pack's been well backed and Non-Aligned, and especially the bottom one, Pabulum.
What about my pick, Sea Legend? Any money for him?
Well, he's been firm, but he's been fairly firm in the market.
You don't really like to tell me I'm the only mug that's had 20 bucks on him, is that it, Rick, is it?
No, he can still win. He's been strong in the market. They've backed quite a few horses in the race. Nothing's really got out and most are firm.
Will this particular race, Rick, make much difference in the betting for the Melbourne Cup? Do you expect the Cup winner to come from this field?
Without looking at the field now that Nairizzi's a late scratching,
You wouldn't think that the Cup winner could come out of this lot?
Oh no, it could.
Could easily, so this could still have a telling effect on Cup calculations.
Oh, for sure. This will have a strong move on betting, whatever happens in this race.
And what's the one the bookies don't want to win in this, Rick?
Probably Pabulum from Non-Aligned.
So Pabulum and Non-Aligned, they're the two that the bookies do not want. They're the two worst risks right here in the ring for the bookies at Flemington, Bruce.
Tell you what, Mike, we've had a good day in the studio. I think Bob Mormel is enjoying himself. I think next year would be a good idea to have the studio on the betting ring. It would be fantastic down there, wouldn't it?
What a marvellous day it is. We've seen the best horses, best ages. Magnificent afternoon of racing, and it all hots up for Tuesday, Melbourne Cup Day. They're all set to go for the Dalgety. And they're trying to get Impresetto up to the line. Gives a lot of these horses and last and only chance to get into the Melbourne Cup field. Impresetto, trained by Tommy Smith, about to be pushed up into its position. Goes up, and all looks to be right. Light on, away. Fair line, Coods was slow to begin. Sea Legend was one of the best horses to bounce out from the grey Non-Aligned and Our Watchman, and Go Pack being revved up on the outside. Kosh King, the Brisbane Cup winner, goes up fifth, and they were followed by Impresetto. Power of Destiny was over on the inside. Going up between horses, Rising Fear, and then Pabulum, Hidden Rhythm, Bullion. Stirring third last outside of Coods, and a length and a half to the Kiwi, Our Shannon Lad. Out of the straight they go, about 2,000 metres to travel, and Go Pack leads by a length. Our Watchman settles well second, a length and a quarter. Sea Legend third inside Kosh King. Then Non-Aligned around the outside of Power of Destiny. Impresetto goes up 3 deep and 2 lengths to Rising Fear. Then Hidden Rhythm, a length away Pabulum, a length and a half to Bullion, then Coods and Stirring, and last of all Our Shannon Lad. And he's about 15 lengths off the lead, working towards the 1600. And now Watchman takes over now from Go Pack and leads a length and a half. Impresetto going up 3 wide, and going through in the centre was Kosh King, followed by Sea Legend the rail. Over on its outside was Non-Aligned. About a length further back, the Power of Destiny and Rising Fear, then Hidden Rhythm and Pabulum. A length and a half to Bullion, followed by Coods, Stirring, and last of all Our Shannon Lad. 1,400 metres to travel, and Our Watchman leads by a length and 3/4. Impresetto second, a half length away. Go Pack the rails third, a length and a half to Kosh King. Sea Legends had every chance, travelling beautifully. On the outside, Non-Aligned, Rising Fear making a move 3 wide. A length to Power of Destiny, a length and a half to Pabulum, followed by Hidden Rhythm, Bullion. 2.5 to Coods, followed by Stirring, and a length and a half away last. Our Shannon Lad, hard ridden. 12 lengths covers the field by the 1,000-metre point in the Dalgety. Our Watchman slipped away 2 lengths in front. Rising Fear went up on the outside to be second and quickly. Then Go Pack on the inside, followed by Non-Aligned. Impresetto out wider. Sea Legend will need a little bit of luck, followed by Kosh King. Power of Destiny went past him. He's lost ground, Kosh King. Hidden Rhythm got up on the inside. They're starting to bunch before the turn. 650 metres to go. Our Watchman still the one to catch. He leads a length and a half. Rising Fear under the whip. Go Pack third. Sea Legend, a run comes for him. He gets right up on the inside. Our Watchman got away from the rail on the turn. Then Non-Aligned followed by Pabulum and then Bullion. About 400 metres to go, and Sea Legend has been able to get right up on the inside. Sea Legend goes to the front, 350 to go. Kosh King's going to challenge Go Pack over on the outside. Impressito battling on. Sea Legend and Kosh King getting through. Go Pack wider. Kosh King in the middle, on the outside Go Pack. Kosh King goes for the front. Coming at it again, Go Pack the outside. Kosh King just in front. He's ahead in front of Go Pack near the post end. Kosh King just hangs on. Kosh King won, beat Go Pack, and third Sea Legend. They were followed by Our Watchman, and then came Impressito. Courts next in from Power of Destiny. Bullion stirring. Our Shannon Lad Hidden Rhythm. Rising Fear knocked up from Pabulum, and Non-Aligned had every chance, I thought, and he's run last.
Johnny Marr would be feeling at the moment. They've had the two horses fighting it out. Along comes Kosh King, takes it off both of them. Johnny Marr's lost his good runner in the cup there, Narizi. He's out of the race. Colin Alderson this morning has lost his other good runner out of the race, and there they are fighting out the big one, the Dalgety, one of the big ones today, and along comes one of the New Zealanders straight through the middle and takes it off both of them. So when your luck's out, it's out. Kosh King, what a great run.
It was. He lost ground on them, John, coming up to the turn. He looked to be travelling all right, and I'd say about 3 or 4 horses went past him, and then the gap came in the straight, and he knew where the winning post won. He went like a really good stayer.
And he's in the cup with 54 kilos, so he drops 2 kilos on that run. So it must bring him into the race now. The race is that wide open, but here he is going past the clock tower. Johnny Marr and Colin Alderson, you know, they've just had Apollo run's been taken out the cup, and then Narizi today, and you know, when your luck's out, it's out, isn't it? And there's Kosh King going to the line, and a good staying effort. And as we know, horses that have either won or been placed in the Dalgety have gone on and won Melbourne Cups. So he must be brought right up into calculations for the Cup now. The disappointment of the race, I thought, was the Bart Cummings train on a line. Looked to be travelling well throughout the race. Johnny Marshall looked to get into a little bit of trouble before the home turn, but then the horse never travelled well after, and I'd say as a Melbourne Cup hope, not a line, well, it's got none.
Dalgety, and a great trial for the Melbourne Cup. Kevin Moses just weighing in on Impressito in 5th placing. Pat Lawler, Chief Steward. So right to pay on the last. 1, 9 and 2 the Dalgety. Let's check the dividends around Australia. Kosh King 480 here in Victoria and 155. This is for 50 cents. Go Pack 135. Sea Legend $1.10. Quinella $14.40. Trifecta $125.70 on 1, 9 and 2 in the Dalgety today.
Well, you were lucky you didn't get involved. Anyway, brilliant race. And
Racing Club, Mr. Doug Reed. Rhythm, Bart Cummings, the second of 3 winners for him. A hat-trick he had, races 2, 3, 4. Gin Rhythm 13-2, but Impressionism the 4-1 favourite. Sir Fear at 9-1. Quinella $11, Trifecta 212. The 4th, a very impressive win to Tristan at 6-4 favourite for Bart Cummings. Favourite now for the Oaks. Was before today and now confirmed. A Little Kiss 16s, La Tristia 14s, Quinella 970. Big Trifecta $185 even. We came to the Hong Kong Bank Victoria Derby, a slashing performance by Stylish Century.
Coming at him, counterfeit, Zamoff running on strongly, then came Dr. Grace at the 250. Stylish Century still 3 lengths in front of the Derby. He's kicked away from Zamoff, counterfeit. I think he's got it one, Stylish Century. He'll have to stop quickly. He's 3 lengths in front. He has got it one. And Stylish Century's going to win the Hong Kong Bank Victoria Derby by 3 lengths. Zamoff second, third on the outside, Dr. Grace.
11-4 favourite, so he was heavily back. Zamoff 11-2, Dr. Grace 3s, a popular Trifecta 38.85. The McKinnon, what drama here? Nayrizi out the back, left of screen, can't even see him. Watch Empire Rose, Big White Blaze, about 5th last at the moment, trying to weave her way through. Horlicks about to tackle Vogue. Watch the run of Empire Rose in the last 200 metres.
Flying from Empire Rose, Vogue in front, Horlicks goes up on the outside with King's High. Horlicks and King's High. Horlicks is just in front of this great New Zealand mare's going to win the McKinnon. Horlicks a half length to King's High and Vogue. 4th in was Superimposed.
What a day for New Zealand. Horlicks winning at 9-2, off to the Japan Cup. King's High 9s, Vogue a great run 3rd, 13-2, Trifecta 221. and Empire Rose was a slashing run in about 5th placing. So we came to the Gadsden. Lilac Colours about 5th or 6th on the fence. Watch it come through, Planet Ruler.
Inside the 250, Heavenly View goes up on the outside of Rise and Shine. Still Rise and Shine a half in front. The grey coming at it now. Heavenly View goes to the front. Planet Ruler out of the ground. He'll beat them. Planet Ruler gets through in the middle, and Planet Ruler wins, and what a run. Planet Ruler beat Heavenly View and 3rd Glenview. 4th home.
This track on fire today. Planet Ruler 8s, Heavenly View 7s, Glenview 4's equal favourite. Trifecta $153.70. And so we came to the last. Would we see a guide to the Melbourne Cup? I think the key here with Kosh King is the fact that he can really stay, and watch Brian Hibbard, the jockey. He's very kind to this horse in the last 200 metres. He doesn't hurt him, and this horse is going to be fresh and fit on Tuesday for the Cup. It was a good performance.
Kosh King just in front. He's ahead in front of Go Pack near the post, and Kosh King just hangs on. Kosh King 1 beat Go Pack and 3rd Sea Legend.
Well, they talk about soft wins in racing. That's one of them. Kosh King 7-1, Go Pack 5's equal favourite, Sea Legend 6's, Trifecta $125.70. Multiple forms of betting in Victoria. Our quadrilla, Tristan with Starley, Century, Horlicks and Planet Ruler, 1183 279.30. Quad extra today, 111 3 and 1, $1,159.15. 111.31. The daily double in Victoria, 1 and 3, $20.25, and the extra double on 10 and 1, $42.05. Wherever you're watching today, I hope you back a winner, and we're going to try and find the winner to the Melbourne Cup in the next 10 minutes. We'll be back after this.
G'day. How you doing? Good, thanks. You're off on a golfing holiday, are you?
Yeah.
I play a bit myself, actually. Off 20. Be off 12 if I could putt.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
It's a cruel game, isn't it?
It sure is.
Can I get you a beer?
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks, mate.
2 more, thanks.
Yes, certainly, sir. You know, this was pretty hard to get overseas when I first started travelling. Now it's everywhere.
Yeah, well, it's got a great flavour, hasn't it? So, where are you off to?
Mr. Shearer, your boarding pass,
Oh,
sir.
thanks very much. So, butter not working, eh?
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't expect.
406 has been delayed 30 minutes.
Well, there you go. Looks like we've got an extra 30 minutes to work on that one. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, great. Cheers.
Ireland is renowned for its...
Day of shock scratchings for next Tuesday's Melbourne Cup. Top fancy Nairezi is out, having suffered a knock in the McKinnon Stakes. Earlier, Hunter was withdrawn along with the 3rd favourite, Apollo Run.
Colin Alderson is mystified by what's wrong with Apollo Run, pointing out his legs are as sound as a bell. But when the 5-year-old gelding pulled up badly after this morning's workout, a vet checked him over and agreed with the trainer, racing is out.
He's just not riding himself, that's all there is, and there's not much we can do about it. I just don't think it's the right thing to run horses in big races unless you've got a chance of winning. And on his work this morning, he just couldn't win.
The New Zealand-bred horse showed great potential last year, running 4th in the Melbourne Cup. And last month, Apollo Run beat American champion Almorad in the Craigley Stakes. Mr. Alderson says the decision to scratch him from the Cup was tough.
You know, you don't every day you get a horse in a big race, and of course you're disappointed.
Apollo Run will go out to pasture at Alderson's Cranbourne stables. It's hoped he'll be ready to race again towards the end of the autumn carnival. Another cup scratching is Hunter, whose jockey Jim Cassidy won the Hilton Stakes on Gin Rhythm today, but is disappointed about missing out on the Melbourne Cup.
Oh, I don't know, that's a bad time to be asking me.
And in the McKinnon Stakes, Cup favourite Narizzi pulled up lame, so won't run next week. For Elders Chief John Elliott, who recently bought a share in the horse, it's a crushing blow.
Oh, I think big business is a bit more certain than horse racing.
The scratching surprised the Prime Minister, who now tips Empire Rose. And for the big race...
Give you the Quinella, us and the Libs. That's the Quinella. If you can get onto that Quinella, it's a good thing. With us to win.
But as yet, political punters haven't placed their bets.
Well, with the Melbourne Cup field falling away, Bill Mitchell, trainer of the Derby winner Stylish Century, has decided to run the colt in the Cup. But it was Bart Cummings who started Derby Day brilliantly with 3 winners. Tristan turned in an exciting run in the Wakeful and is now a short-priced favourite for the Oaks on Thursday. The First on the program, won by Canny Lad, made it 3 out of 3, scored at 2s on, ran very fast time. They were running records out there today. Submariners won the second race, starting actually at 20 to 1, beating Afghan Rebel and Escalation. The third went to Gin Rhythm, first of a double for Jim Cassidy at 13 to 2 over the favourite Impressionism and Surfia. Race 4, the Wakeful.
On the outside, a little kiss by a neck. The grey filly ranges up, puts her nose in front. Tristan, and Tristan's coming clear. Treble for Cummings. Tristan wins it by a length. A little kiss. La Tristia third, Ochiltree fourth. Queen.
And that's about the way she'll win the Oaks, the way she's going. Tristan scoring easily over a little kiss and La Tristia. Favourite Stylish Century missed the start but came home in race record time to win the Victoria Derby. In the McKinnon Stakes, the New Zealand grey Horlicks took all before her.
A fine day, a fast track and an appreciative crowd set the scene for the big races at Flemington. Trainer Bart Cummings went into the Victoria Derby with 2 good chances to bring up his 4th win of the day. Even in the members, there was no shortage of contenders.
Stylish Century at the 200, still 3 lengths in front now from Zamoff, who got the second, then Counterfeit and Dr. Grace, but it's Stylish Century. He's clear with 100 metres to go. Moses keeping him going, and Stylish Century wins the Derby by 2.5 to Zamoff. Third, Dr. Grace.
He gave us a bit of heart failure there for a minute. We didn't need that going into that turn 3 deep. We'd like to have got across before that first turn, but as it turned out, it's all ended up all right.
Favourite Empire Rose was looking for a good run in the McKinnon to firm her odds in Tuesday's Melbourne Cup, but she finished out of a place.
Horlicks to the outside and then Superimpose. Empire Rose not going on at the 200. Bow Rogue 3/4, King's High and Horlicks. Then Research and Superimpose. Horlicks got to the lead now with King's High going with a bit. It's Horlicks, the mighty mare, in front by a neck nearing the line. And the New Zealander won it by a half a length. King's High is second. Bow Rogue held on well for third, and Empire Rose ran on for fourth.
It was very nice. You know, it's great to finally come to Melbourne and win a Group 1, especially for the boss back home. But she won very well. You know, we were disappointed not getting a start last week, but she certainly made amends for that.
And the result of the Derby, firstly, Stylish Century at 11 to 4, running a metric record for the Derby, now to run in the Melbourne Cup with 47 kilos. And the McKinnon taken out by Horlicks, who scored at 9 to 2, also running a metric record for the distance, and she's been set for the Japan Cup. Superimpose and Empire Rose, both very good Melbourne Cup trials. Race 7 next, the big sprint, the Gadsden.
Start, Langley Dreamer folding up, and then Glenview. Heavenly View raced up with 100 metres to go. She put her head in front. Planet Ruler out of the pack, grabs her quickly. Planet Ruler raced up, took the lead, and Planet Ruler has got up to win from Heavenly View. Third could be Glenview, and a photo from Ryzen.
It was Planet Ruler at 8 to 1 over Heavenly View and Glenview, and a good Melbourne Cup trial by Kosh King in the last.
Sea Legend got up on the inside, took the lead now. Out after him is Kosh King, and gave pack on the outside, running on from our watchman Emperichetto. Line of 3 at the 200 metre mark. In the centre, Kosh King put his head in front. Go-Pack fighting back on the outside, then Sea Legend. Kosh King in front, Go-Pack a neck behind him, tries to reach him, but Kosh King's going to win the Dalgety. Kosh King won it by a long head to Go-Pack. Third is Sea Legend.
And Kosh King now a 12 to 1 chance in the Melbourne Cup behind Empire Rose, who's 5 to 2 favourite. Cold Diesel is a 6 to 1 chance for the Melbourne Cup. Kosh King certainly in with a big hope. Daily double today, paid $20.25 for 1 and 3. The extra 10 and 1, $42.05. Quadrilla there, $279.30, 1183. Quad extra, 111.31, $1,159.15. And the straight 6 went off today. Good luck to you, 103,000 plus for picking 6 winners on the program.